Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Moon Colony live stream. It's nice to see you all again. Hope you're having a lovely Wednesday. I nearly said Monday, but it's not. It's Wednesday.
Thank God.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're getting there. We're nearly at the end of the week. Um, how's everybody doing today? Hello, Damalot. Hello, Zarian. Skullpel. Kathy. Hello, and Checkered Cat. Nice to see you as well. Welcome, welcome. Um, so, as the title may suggest, we have Leoni back in again today to do another wonderful portrait of one of the Moon Colony team. I like these streams; they're nice and chill. Uh, Today we have Lewis, who is another one of our amazing production team. Similarly to Katie last time, does a
Yeah.
lot of stuff behind the scenes. Um,
Yeah, you guys didn't met him in the
mhm,
streams,
mhm.
but Lewis is such a nice dude and he's also very good for caricature, I think. So this will be a fun one, I think.
Yeah, yeah, I think so too. Um, yeah, he's a lovely guy, and he has just the perfect face for it. So, so feel free to crack on and get started if you like.
Okay. Can people see the
The references,
um yeah, the references?
they are behind my head, but they can see a few of them. Yeah,
Okay,
there
I
we go.
will move them right here. Just we close this like this. Okay, I'm gonna move this to the center of the screen just for you
Mhm,
to see, like, uh, just recap of what we did. We started doing monster sketches in the Halloween,
mhm,
and then I moved for something that is more like RPG uh, characters or something like medieval or whatever.
mhm,
And like since last week, we moved for doing something more like free farm, like not having to have the exact angle of as the other ones. So I did Katie like this,
yeah,
right? So it's like it's a portrait, just the head and a little bit of the torso, like facing to the side, but with a little more gesture,
mhm,
expression. So it was not so stiff as the other ones. So for Lewis, I like for the in the 10 minutes before the stream, I started sketching something based on one of his photos, and this is what the first idea that came to my mind, like drawing him as some kind of a goblin or troll or something, uh, being some kind of pirate or bandit. I don't know.
mm,
So that's the idea. Probably this is what I'm going for today.
yeah,
So yeah, so I did this sketch like in 10 minutes or so. So I'll refine this a little bit and we're gonna start painting.
nice.
If you guys have questions along the way about the process or whatever, just ask in the chat.
Yeah, I'll just kick it straight off by saying thank you, Damalot, for the Twitch Prime subscription. I appreciate that. For those of you who don't know, if you have Amazon Prime, you can connect it to your Twitch account, and you get one one free subscription a month. So if you would like to use that on us, then we would very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. Uh, Checkered Cat says, "Yeah, it's nice to meet the team through the portraits. The most fun way. It is the most fun way."
Yeah. I love drawing people in general, and it's nicer when you know the person
Mm.
because you like through photos. Sometimes it's hard to understand how the person really looks. I talked about that when I did Katie
Yeah.
uh, last week. Like if you actually know the person, you kind of understand some quirks and how the person moves and acts, like how they actually emote.
Hmm.
So, for example, uh, if I ask some person to send me photos, they might send photos on an expression that is not as interesting to draw, for example. So that's why that's one reason why I chose in this new portraits to make more gesture and expression to make the caricature more believable,
Hmm.
because if you have to draw the person like with no gesture or expression, it's hard to convey how they really look.
Hmm. Yeah.
For me, it's more like getting the the soul of the person on the drawing somehow, than just like, oh, it's just the likeness. It looks like a photo or something.
Hmm. Yeah, and I think so much can be lost, or maybe like lost or misconstrued, like changed a little bit when it comes to photos as well, because so much of somebody's personality just comes from talking to them and getting to know them, that if you wanted to do a,
Yeah,
a really nice drawing of it, then
yeah, and like I don't know Lewis all that well. Like we worked together, I met him in person,
mm,
but I probably don't know him as well as you do, or like Katie probably also does like know him.
mm,
So I will draw a portrait of him today. If I uh know him better, like throughout the years, maybe I can revisit this portrait again and do another idea,
yeah,
because like I know more of him. So it's
mm,
like it depends on how much you know the person.
yeah, yeah.
Of course,
In a
like
few years, you'll
a
come back and
good
apologize to him.
a good caricature artist is one that can pick right away like some of the most interesting aspects of a person, right?
Mm, mm. Uh,
Yeah, but
oh,
I'm no
wow.
caricature artist, just
S-
to be fair.
Well, yeah. um, Skullpel is on a 30 stream streak. Wow, it's incredible. Thank you so much for tuning in. 30 streams in a row.
Nice, thank you.
When I see a number written down like that, like that, it makes me realize quite how many streams we've done. We've done so many now.
Yeah, yeah, it's the power of habit, like doing a
Mm,
little bit every week. It's amazing how much you actually do after a while.
yeah, yeah.
Like there's a channel which I follow, like, and every week the guy does a small composition of a song,
Hmm.
like just like 10 seconds or 15 seconds of person, and he is releasing this, I think, for over a year, and like he have 80 ideas, something like that. It's a bunch. Like when you start doing it, uh, it looks like it's just a little thing,
Yeah.
but when you do every week, the things start piling up and
Hmm.
become a lot very quick.
Yeah.
So it's good. Like if you don't uh, like if you start doing something thinking about, oh, I'm gonna do 100 of this, it's overwhelming probably.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
if you just compromise on doing, oh, I'll do one every week, that's
Hmm.
enough.
Yeah.
And then little by little things are going to start happening.
Hmm. Well, that's the thing. I mean, if you told me to sit down at the start of the year and plan out a whole year's worth of streams, that would that would be too much. It would be way too
Yeah,
stressful.
yeah, last year, for example, I did a recap of all the things I did on stream, and
Hmm.
was a lot. Like I got really proud and very happy that we can do these streams, because like I can draw whatever I want.
Hmm.
Like we have a little bit of a briefing, but it's not very strict. I can
Yeah.
uh, draw more freely than when I'm drawing for clients.
Yeah.
So it's so nice.
Yeah. I that's one of the reasons I like to do these streams as well, is to like let let you guys have some fun. Yeah.
Thank you, Jada.
It's okay. At least I try. I know it's also stressful, but you know.
Yeah, for me, it's mostly fun.
Yeah. Uh, Kathy says the shapes are always so good, Leoni. Yeah, Leoni's good with shapes.
Thank you.
And Checkered Cat also subscribed with Prime. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. It's much appreciated. Yeah, I can kind of see the troll like inspiration, like from World of Warcraft or something.
Yeah, yeah, I did it so much. Like even before working on Colony, the Warcraft's world so influential that it's hard to avoid going to that look, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I also hear that Carnival is coming up soon.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what the 12th, I think.
Yeah, for me it's good because it's a rest day.
Do you just have the
But for
one
most
day?
people it's party day.
Yeah. Do you just have the one day off, or is it two?
Two. I'm
Okay.
gonna take 2 days,
Yeah.
which is good.
Mm. Yeah. So you're not a party person. You won't be going out and partying with the.
Nah.
Does your
Yeah,
like what does your region do for Carnival? Because I think doesn't it kind of varies, right, from place to place, the celebration.
yeah, yeah, kind of. And like my region uh doesn't have I would say that my region don't have a good like a very distinct personality or something, you know.
Yeah.
Like we kind of have a identity crisis, I would say, because the region where I live was uh, became their own state
Hmm.
in the 70s. So we have influenced other states.
I see. Yeah.
So we have influence from states from the south, and also we have influence from Paraguay and Bolivia because we are neighbor to these countries. A little bit of São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, other places. So we like usually Carnival here is kind of dead. People go other places, you know.
Yeah.
They just go party elsewhere. But one thing that I think it's happening uh, more and more, which is good, is people getting back to partying on the streets, like
Hmm.
uh, uh, regular people assembling something, you know,
Oh, okay.
because I think the the most common type of carnival people from other countries know is the avenue carnival that we call it,
Yeah.
the school of samba and like big parades and things like that, right?
Yeah. I think your sorry, I
Yeah,
think your
lost connection.
things just dropped. Yeah. Um, if we can, you might have to rejoin it.
Okay, just 1 sec. But the good thing is that we don't lose audio.
Yeah. 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 Sorry about that, guys. It's been doing that a bit more recently.
Yeah, yeah. So as I
Okay.
said, like here. we used to say that is the graveyard of Carnival or something.
Oh,
You
really?
know? Yeah. There's no Carnival and there's no soccer also like football.
Mm.
Here is like kind of dead. Like the our teams are very very bad. So we have a little bit of identity crisis, I
Mm.
think.
No, that's cool though, and it's nice to know that people are uh, going back to like partying in the street because, as you say,
Yeah,
it's
like the old days,
yeah.
the old tradition. Because one thing that happened when the carnival started to attract more tourists and became commercial,
Hmm.
uh, a lot of cities started doing their own version of Rio de Janeiro
Yeah.
Carnival to attract tourists. But like it's kind of lame
Yeah.
because there's no money, there's no interest, and like uh, kind of forces people out of partying
Mm.
uh, free themselves. You know,
Yeah.
or it have to be too organized or something. But uh, it didn't work out like here. It didn't work out at all.
Yeah.
It was so lame. It looks like people were doing small cool like school projects with like cardboard and stuff. You know, it was super bad. So I think it kind of died already,
Yeah.
which is good.
I, I
We
just
don't
think
have to imitate
yeah.
Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah. I just think like why copy what already exists uh when you can do something original? You know, like if you if you're gonna as a tourist, if you're gonna go for Carnival, you're gonna go to Rio probably, and if
Yeah,
everyone
maybe
just
São
started,
Paulo.
well, yeah, maybe Sao Paulo, yeah, but if everybody copied it, then like
Yeah,
you would still go to Rio or Sao Paulo. Like it doesn't. Uh,
yeah. But people from Rio de Janeiro say that the São Paulo one is fake because they copied Rio, you know?
I bet the Sao Paulo people say the opposite. They'll be like, no, 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 Rio copied
Yeah,
us.
we are the OGs.
We're the OGs. Yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair for them, the country is Rio de Janeiro and São Paulo
Mm,
and the Amazon. And like no, nothing else exists.
yeah.
Like I'm neighbor. São Paulo is neighbor state to my state. But every time I go to São Paulo and ask, where do I live? Do you know to how where to point on the map? And no one knows. We are neighbors. Come on.
To be fair, like my country is so much smaller than yours, but people are the same over here. People have no idea where my city is, and it's one of the I don't know. It's one of the main ones in the country. So, uh,
Yeah, to be fair, mine is not one of the main ones. No one actually knows.
mm, uh, Laurentino Art says, "Carnival for me is a quiet beach, drinking some beer until the holiday is over." That sounds pretty good. Are there many quiet beaches in Carnival though? It's like peak of the summer,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's why I was thinking, where do
Yeah.
you have a quiet beach in Carnival? I don't know.
uh, Checkered
But
cat.
I'm not a beach specialist because
Yeah.
the closest beach is 1,000 kilometers away. So I don't know.
Man. Yeah. That always amazes me when you say stuff like that. I know Brazil is big, but I don't I don't think it ever really sinks in until you're like,
Yeah,
yeah, the nearest beach is 1,000 kilometers away.
yeah. I live in the middle of the country, so
Hmm.
it's very far
Hmm.
from beaches.
Yeah. Uh, Checkered cat says if I had a carnival, it would be watching anime with snacks. I would get very round. Man, what would my dream carnival be?
No, you're a party dude,
I was gonna
really.
say, I think I would probably enjoy the party. To be honest, I would probably enjoy the party side of it. I'd be too impressed by all like the. I'd be like, "Oh, pretty colors, let's go."
It would be very fun to see you at the streets at Carnival. I would go just to watch you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not. That does not surprise me.
And I would be your cinegraphist. You know, I would be filming you.
Oh yeah, my cinematographer or something. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey man, you saw me dancing in London. You know how bad it. You know how bad it is.
Yeah, but like because you will be a tourist, probably a bunch of girls would uh, talk to you,
Nice.
and but at the same time you probably gonna be robbed in
I was gonna.
super.
I was gonna say I'll step out the airport, and get robbed. I'll get robbed by the girls who are talking to me.
Yeah, they would look at you and say, "Okay, this guy, it's a easy target." Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. um, Kathy says Carnival in Germany means getting super drunk and a nuisance to everyone around you. That would that's yeah. If we had a carnival in the UK, that's exactly it'd be the same over here.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't drink, but here it's also getting
mm,
super drunk and doing the most weird stuff that you would not do otherwise.
yeah.
People just get crazy.
hmm I mean, I was saying to someone the other day, I was like, if there's one thing that British people are good at, it's getting drunk and being really loud. So
Yeah, you would have fun here.
yeah, yeah, I probably would. You'd be there to protect me anyway, Leoni, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You'd be my bodyguard.
True.
uh, Yudin Draws says, "Hey Leoni, from a senior concept artist perspective, uh, what would you like to see in a portfolio of a fresh graduate who is applying for a junior concept art position?" Man,
Uh, I don't
yeah,
at the moment I don't work at hiring people
yeah,
but uh, it will depend a lot on the type of project
mm,
uh, we would be looking for. Like if I am art director, for example, in a project, and someone send me a portfolio, like it will depend a lot on the type of work we need. You
yeah,
know, can
yeah,
be a project that is more realistic or more stylized, or is more character based, or can be hard surface
mm,
or environments. Like it varies a lot. So what I would suggest to you is like pick what you are more interested in terms of style and subject, and go with it. You know, do your best. Uh, Always work on your fundamentals
hmm
to make good quality art, and that's it. Like, and you can send your portfolio around to the studios, and if you're lucky, a little a little bit of luck is always important.
yeah,
People can be looking exactly of what you have. You know. There's no magical formula.
yeah,
It varies for everyone. You know.
yeah,
I kind of just got lucky that my art style uh, was appealing to clients,
yeah,
but I kind of didn't plan. Like I didn't prepare a portfolio thinking, oh, I will apply for this and that.
hmm
What I was just drawing things that I think look nice.
hmm yeah. I think something that we see in a lot of portfolio reviews and stuff is people not showing their sort of their process, especially with concept art. Um,
Yeah.
it's very much like, here is my concept, and it's like, yeah, but how did you get here? Like, how did you get to that point? Um, so showing like design iterations and stuff, I think, is quite important. Would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you have to think, if you're working on a project like a game or something, you will not just show final pieces.
Yeah.
The art director and people working with you will have to see how you sketch, how you do thumbnails and other things like that. So show them, like show how you sketch, show how you create thumbnails or
Mm.
color compositions and whatever.
Yeah.
Not just final images.
Yeah. And you can always check out our old portfolio review sessions. All of the ones
True.
we've done in the past, they're all on our YouTube channel. So if you go on to Moon Colony Ltd on YouTube, there's a tab called, I think on YouTube it's just called Live. If you go in there, it has most of our portfolio reviews on there. So you can go in there and
Yeah.
watch some back, and no doubt there'll be information there that applies to you as well.
Yeah, and like if you ask me, I can say what I think is interesting in a portfolio, but this will not be what get you hired, you know?
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it varies
Because
so much.
it's different doing things for other artists to see and what the actual like marketplace and like
Mm,
industry really needs, you know.
yeah.
The type of artists that I like the most nowadays like to watch is art that is not very commercial. So
Hmm.
you know, it's not. I'm not the right person to answer this.
Yeah, I mean the short answer is it depends. uh,
My answer will be always just do whatever
just
you
do
want.
whatever. Yeah, do whatever you want. Have fun.
Yeah, this is the most important.
Hmm. Um, hello, Furuana. It's nice to see you. Histuni says, I never got the chance to go to Carnival in Brazil, but when my parents went, one thing they always said is that if you put even just paper in your pockets, you can be sure they'll be gone by the end of the night.
Yeah, you can put like nice messages in your pocket, you know, for people to
Oh
get.
yeah, that's cute. Yeah, that'd be nice. Maybe if it's a really nice message, then they'll put the money back that they took.
But like just to be fair, it will depend a lot on where do you go, and of course if you go in big crowds, there will be people, smart people trying to rob you for sure.
Yeah,
Because yeah, but there are more chill places for you to go,
mm.
more family friendly also.
Yeah. It's always really interesting whenever I ever talk to people and they're like, "Oh yeah, I've been robbed a few times," and I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, for example, I never been robbed, but I don't go out at night. I don't go to places that are very crowded or something.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm an easy target or something.
It's just something that you just don't hear about it in the UK. Like I've maybe heard of a few times people have been robbed, like in London or something, but
yeah, here is very, very common. I know like most people got robbed at least once in their life.
Wow. I don't even know what I would do. I think I'd be so stressed out. Just give
Yeah,
them the
but
money, I guess.
like yeah, uh, it's very common for people to say, oh, people don't have uh, education, or they are very rude or whatever, and
Mm,
uh, it's like it's not fair to compare
yeah,
here with other places,
yeah,
because
definitely.
the way like the social inequality works
Mm,
is so stupid. Like the inequality is it's uh like one of the biggest in the world here.
mm,
So it's just a byproduct of the
yeah,
social economic situation.
yeah. Uh, Zarian said, Zarian said, you're not getting robbed with that beard, Jaden. I'm sure they'd get intimidated. I don't know, man. I trimmed it. I trimmed it like last week, so it's not quite as intimidating as it once was. Um,
Okay.
Histuni says that their sister is in Bahia right now,
But yeah,
and
yes.
she said their carnival is so fun and chill. That's nice.
Yeah, Bahia is nice. Yeah. One of the most interesting ones I think is the from the north of the country,
Hmm.
because Bahia is in the uh, northeast part,
Okay.
but in the north, uh, they have like a very interesting looking carnival that
Interesting.
for most people is not very common or something.
Hmm.
It's like I said, the country is very very big, so uh, each region have a culture of its own or something, and it's influenced by other countries um, that make border with it, you know.
Yeah.
And like the north region is the Amazon part of the
Hmm.
Brazil, you know. So it's like very different and specific. It's nice.
Yeah. How much have you traveled around Brazil?
Not much,
No.
to be fair.
I mean, I was going to say I haven't really traveled the UK that much either. So
Yeah,
like,
for example, the for the north part of the country, I never went. It's like
mm,
very far away,
yeah.
and it like even like for most people that live in the south or southwest part or central part, they think the north is like another world or something.
Oh, thank you, Checkered Cat, for the posture check. I will re straighten my back. Thank you very much. Um, I was also about to have a drink too. Man, we're so in sync. Um, and they also said, "Wow, your YouTube has such great advice on art fundamentals. I still have to keep up and watch everything." Ah, yeah, there's a lot going on in there. Yeah, I feel like because because Brazil is so huge, you just get those like massive cultural differences between like the north and the south and stuff like
Yeah,
that. So it doesn't really
yeah, it's
surprise me that it can
completely.
be seen as such a different world.
Yeah, you know, for example, in the UK, how many different accents you have? It's like a lot.
Yeah.
Here is the same. It's like some regions you have a hard time to understand what they say
Mhm.
because the accent is very different. They have different words, things like that.
Yeah. I think that's something that we're starting to lose a little bit more in the UK now, though. Like,
Yeah, makes
mm,
sense.
like my region in the UK doesn't really have like much of an accent anymore. Uh, Sometimes I'll say a word that sounds uh, that kind of fits my regional accent. But for the most part, I just kind of have like a uh, generic English accent that could really be kind of placed anywhere in the South.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, my accent, for example, most of the times is confused with the São Paulo accent.
Mhm.
Every time I go there, people get shocked that I don't live there.
Oh, hello, Melissa.
But like they say something that is very rude in general. Say, "Oh, you don't have an accent." What do you mean? It's like, oh, our accent is the neutral one, it's the perfect one. So if you talk like us, you don't have accent, you know?
Yeah.
What the what the hell?
What does that mean? Yeah. Yeah. It is funny though. Like in the UK, there's I can think of maybe 4 or 5. Well, even in England alone, I can maybe think of like 4 or 5 different accents. Not even including Scotland or Wales or Northern Ireland. So it's not many, but there aren't really any that you hear and don't understand what they're saying, unless you talk to like a super old like Irish person or something.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's something that is getting lost uh,
Hmm.
year over year, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like it's getting more
yeah,
standardized or
yeah.
something.
Because you're not surrounded by people who talk the same way anymore, right? It's so easy to just talk to everybody, so you end up with a bit of a mixed accent or like a neutral kind of accent.
Yeah, and like the even the English language thinking about international being a international language,
Mm,
it's already super a mixture of a bunch of stuff. Like
yeah.
I can understand people talking English with whatever accent. It's kind of weird. And sometimes it's easier for me to understand like a Russian speaking English than an English person
Yeah.
because probably because for us that don't speak English as our native language, we use simpler words.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I use simple words too. I don't have I
Oh
don't
no.
have the intelligence to use complex words.
And this
Uh,
is not
Hello,
the
Katie.
nice
Nice to see you. Says, "Wow, what? There's so many different accents. There is so many different accents, but I'm thinking like major differences because you have like the northern accent, like that Yorkshire accent, but then you also get tiny little split offs from that. I'm not counting the teeny tiny little split offs.
one. Yeah.
This is looking cool, dude.
Yeah. This is I would say the boring part of the process, which it doesn't look too good when it's
Mm.
just generic colors.
Yeah,
But when I start applying the actual colors, it will look cool.
yeah. That's where
What should
you're.
be the color of his skin? What do you think?
I don't know. People in chat should say.
Come on, guys. What color should I pick for the skin?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Give us some ideas. Uh,
You want green, red, purple, blue?
Checkered
Think
Cat
of
says pale blue.
Okay, pale blue.
Katie said.
What else?
Katie says purple. Um, yeah, if anyone has any other ones, the rainbow. Thank you, Lumzalam. The rainbow is a great option.
What color should I pick? Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
do a nice gradient through all of the colors. Oh, okay, so far we've had pale blue, purple, the rainbow, uh, red, green, yellow, orange.
Yeah, the good part of just asking
Yeah,
random is that I can choose whatever I want because
yeah,
people will
because
say
people
all
will
the
say, yeah,
colors.
yeah. People will just be like, yeah, this is great.
Yeah. The
Spin a
only
wheel.
fair
Could spin a wheel.
Yeah, the only fair way is having like people vote or spinning the wheel. Yes.
Let's spin a wheel.
Yeah, you don't have to put very specific colors. You can get the basic ones like red, yellow, blue, green, purple, orange.
I'll just put in whatever anyone has said so far.
No rainbow, please.
I'll put in rainbow. No, I won't put in rainbow. I'm sorry. Red, green, yellow / orange. I'll put them as two separate colors, unless you meant them as like a yellowy orange.
Yeah, I think yellow / orange works
Okay.
because I will use them both probably.
Okay. And an orange red as well.
Orangey.
Orangey.
Okay. Oh, one thing that the hair is already kind of greenish color, so we can have something that will match this.
Okay.
It can be more like this, can be in a bluish hue, can be purple. Do whatever. Whatever.
Right, let me just get this sorted. Do 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 do.
Let me figure out what I'm going to do with the light direction here. Maybe we can do the underlighting. I don't know. Let's try.
Oh, Emra's in the chat. He says this looks sick, Leoni. I love the hand and the foreshortening on the blade. It's looking good.
Thank you.
Okay. I have got a wheel, but I need to make it a bit smaller.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
Wheel of Fortune. It does not want to shrink. I know what to do. I'll just do it this way. Okay, here is our wheel, everybody.
The wheel of pain.
I'll put it in the middle of the screen. Da-na-na-na. Magic. So the
What do we
colors
got?
are as follows. We have pale blue, purple, red, green, yellow, yellowy orange, and an orangey red. Does anyone have any final colors? Speak now, or forever hold your
Shut up
peace.
forever.
Yeah.
I don't know how is the wedding speech for you, but
Yeah.
for us it will be shut up forever.
for, for us, it's speak now or forever hold your peace. It's a bit nicer
Yeah.
than shut up forever. Teal. I'll add a teal on that. Wait, isn't okay? You know what?
Yeah, teal is okay.
Yeah, teal.
It's like a greenish blue.
Yeah, I'm not adding rainbow, Katie. I'm not doing it. Okay, I'll spin the wheel in 3, 2, 1.
Go!
And
The winner is
okay, it was red. So we got red. Good job,
okay. Red it is.
red.
Okay, ready.
I was low key hoping it would hit like one of the mixed ones, like like an orangey red.
Yeah, yeah. To be fair, it will be because like when
Oh yeah, once you start
my
putting the
my
hype.
yeah, when I start putting variations in the skin, I will put a little bit of yellow,
Yeah,
purple, green. So
yeah.
at the end of the day, I'll do whatever I
Mm.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the wheel was irrelevant. Leoni will just do whatever he wants. Um, yeah, Checkered Cat says, "Oh, it's more of a demon now." Yeah, it is more of a demon now. It's okay.
Yeah. I also, well, sometimes people ask me about portfolio and stuff, and they think they have to draw like specific, uh, like RPG characters or some IP. Like, oh, it's Warcraft, so must be this specific creature or character. And I say, yeah, don't worry too much. Like, if you want to draw a guy with the pointy ears and like a weird colored skin, that's okay. It doesn't matter if it's goblin or troll or whatever. If it looks cool, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what will be the color of the eyes then? Yellow eyes, maybe.
Yeah, I think yellow eyes would work. Although, what is it? Yellow isn't yellow eyes is normally a sign of like liver failure or something.
Can be. Okay, let's get back to.
Hello, Leo. How's it going? Nice to see you.
Oh, actually, Lewis sent me pictures, like more recent pictures. He changed his color, hair color. Can you see it for me, Jaden? I think it's in the our
Oh yeah,
conversation, bro.
yeah. Let me find it.
I can change the color of the hair.
Okay, yeah. So it's. I will just tag you in it. There you go. It's like more. It's like pinkish at the roots, going out to like a
Oh
blue.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm gonna do that.
Yep. Yep.
Thank you. This will look better with the red, I think.
Yeah.
Because like green is the direct opposite, so like it creates a nice contrast, but for me it's too much. In general, I prefer colors that are a little bit more closer.
Yeah.
And if I gonna use like the opposite color would be just for accenting something, you know.
Mhm.
If it's too much, I think it doesn't look that cool.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Oh. Hmm. Okay. What am I going to do?
He looks so evil.
Yeah.
That underlight really really makes him look evil.
Yeah. I'm looking at the photos that we have,
Mm.
and there is one which you have the sun coming from the side. I think I'm going to do that in this one.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys that watch our streams, you already saw how I do this process, which is just I'm doing the light shapes without
Mhm.
caring too much about the color of the light for now. So, for example, what am I doing here is just trying to carve out the shapes and make this work as a light source, and then I can do whatever with this. For example, do this, whatever.
Mhm.
So I'll start with white, just so we get something that is very contrasty for now.
Sure. This almost looks like it could be like an emote or something.
Yeah, he could be an emo.
An emote, yeah, yeah. Well, after I said emote, I was like, I don't enunciate the T enough, so it just sounds like I say emo. Emote.
Yeah, with this with this hair, he could be an emo.
Yeah, it could be too. Yeah, I'm sure Lewis would love that.
I don't know if Lewis was emo
I don't know,
or not.
man. We should have asked him.
Hey Lewis, are you emo?
Lewis, are you or have you ever been an emo? Sihurin says, "Will he have glowing, fiery eyes?" Oh man,
Can be.
he could do.
Can have. I can do it. The thing about the first ones that I did them in 1 hour each,
Mm,
but I was very much sure what I was going to do before we started the stream, so I had
yeah.
uh, more uh, ready looking uh, sketch,
Hmm.
and also references for the light source and things like that. This I'm uh, giving myself time to figure out while I do it.
Yeah.
So that's why it's taking longer. So we
Hmm.
have 1 hour now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like we started from the very rough sketch. We got to this point.
Mm. Uh, Lumsalum says, "I've been curious. How do you incorporate the initial sketch or line art into the final render?"
It's just guide for me,
Yeah.
and then I will eventually I'm gonna like erase it.
Oh, okay.
I will not use
Mm.
the the first line, but
Mm.
I actually do a little bit of line work on top, uh, but like some areas, just in some areas.
Hmm.
Okay, this light can be kind of warm, maybe.
Nice. I just saw the message from Leo in the chat. It just says, "Are you emo? Will you be emo? When will you be emo?" It's like it's the Lord of the Rings. Have you seen the Lord of the Rings interview where they're playing a prank on Elijah Wood? And it's like,
No.
"Will you wear wigs? Why will have you ever worn wigs? Will you wear wigs? When will you wear wigs?" And he's just like crying. He's like, "I don't know. I don't know what you mean." It's so good. Um, Kathy says, "What's your favorite facial feature to draw?"
Nose probably.
Mm,
Nose is nice.
yeah. I feel like noses can be so different.
Yeah, they are fun to draw. They are
Mm,
very 3D object
mm,
in the face, right?
hmm I think especially you're the type of person you really like to exaggerate facial features. So a nose is one of the best ones that you can exaggerate. Just giving someone like
True.
a massive nose is always so much fun.
Yeah, and because I have a massive nose, I'm advocating for massive noses.
As somebody else with a massive nose, I appreciate that. I appreciate the solidarity. um, Suhiran says, "Do you always do clean line? Do you? Blah, blah. Let me start again. Just like got all tongue tied. Do you always do a clean line work before rendering?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Nowadays, yes. Because uh, I think if I do a very structured process,
Mm,
which I do one step at a time, I tend to have better looking images at the
hmm
end. I can kind of free flow this and like start with just like shapes and some blobs and figure out while I do it, but I tend not to look the result as much.
hmm
I prefer like trying my best on the drawing phase, figuring out all the nuances of the pose, and I'll just move forward when I have the right gesture, the right perspective, anatomy, and whatever, you know.
hmm Battle 36 says, "This is awesome," and then proceeded to follow us. Thank you very much. Glad you enjoy.
You.
I feel like Leoni, you're always fun to watch because you kind of look away for 5 minutes and then come back, and it looks it looks so different. you, you're just so quick. Oh, thank you, James Meffy, for the Twitch Prime subscription as well. It's much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you.
Uh, Kathy says, "Oh yeah, noses are super fun, especially if they're uniquely shaped. Gives so much character to a person. I wish more people would appreciate their nose."
Yeah, especially girls. Appreciate your noses.
Mm.
There's nothing wrong with your nose. It can be big or whatever.
It can be a big nose or a small nose
Yeah,
or a
all
medium
noses
nose.
matter.
Yeah, yeah. I'd flip the question back onto you, Kathy. What's your favorite part of a what's your favorite facial feature to
What
draw?
is your favorite nose?
What's your favorite nose? Yeah, it's national. Yeah, it's Nose Appreciation Day.
Let's go.
Yeah. I hope that next time you guys see yourself in the mirror, you look at your nose and you say, "I appreciate you."
Mhm. I look at my nose and say, you're weird, you're not straight, and you don't let me breathe properly, but that's okay.
Checkered Cat says, "Okay, I'll buy a cake for my nose today." As you should. As you should.
Yeah.
Take your
I
nose to a
didn't
nice bakery and just smell all the fresh bread. It'll be a real treat for it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, okay. I didn't want to eat cake today, but I'll have to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. I can do this for you.
Yeah. Yeah, or as Leo said, just buy a really good scented candle. That sounds like a good plan, actually.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah. When are they gonna make a scented candle that is just like fresh bread smell? That's such a good smell.
I thought you were gonna say fresh blood smell.
Fresh blood. When are they gonna make a fresh blood scented candle?
This is the type of candle that Lewis wants right now in my drawing.
Yeah, yeah. Flesh blood. Flesh blood smell. Unbelievable. Laurentino Art says, "I think it's going to be hard to appreciate your nose, but you'll try." Good. You do need to try. Man, we're spreading so much positivity today. It's great. Nothing beats good fresh blood. Yeah. They said bread.
The sound of the smell of fresh blood in the morning.
Yeah,
Am I right?
yeah, it really wakes me up in the morning. So many vampires in this chat today. Yeah, well, it seems like it. Yeah, it seems like I'm the only person that isn't into it. Zarian says, "I don't know candles, but there are fresh bread sprays companies use on the
Oh
bakery
no.
section, tempting you to buy them."
Okay.
What? I didn't know that. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to look this up. Fresh bread.
Yeah, I heard about it also. I don't know if this is actually true,
I mean, you can buy. I mean,
but
yeah.
it makes sense, right?
Yeah, I guess you can bottle it. That makes sense. Kathy said, "I really like drawing eyes and mouths. You can express so many different expressions with those two alone.
True.
So important for
True.
body language. Another great bonus is when people have cool, unique teeth. My favorite nose must be those great Greek noses. Though every nose
Oh yeah.
has its charm."
Okay, let's try making.
Yeah, I mean, if you want nice, unique teeth, just come to the UK. We've got loads of unique teeth over here. Subodai said, "Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne." Yeah, I can get down to that. I'm here for that. I love a Warhammer reference. Thank you so much. Zarian said that a professor of theirs told them about it about the fresh bread spray in university. It was a real life example of how to manipulate a player. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I learned a lot of similar things when I was at university as well.
You got manipulated.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's funny how basically a games design degree is just here's how you manipulate people into doing what you want them to do and feeling the way you want them to feel. It's like gaslighting in a course.
Yeah, yeah, and like in games, you want the player to feel smart. Oh, I figured this out, but like you actually put the
the answer
solution
right in their
like
face.
right in front of them or something.
Yeah.
But it should feel earned. Like it's not just, oh, the solution was here. The person must feel that he discovered something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. A good example of well, a good example of a bad example. So a bad example of that is when you played the new God of War, Ragnarok, and you get to a puzzle, you spend like 2 minutes trying to figure it out, and then Kratos just tells you the answer. You stand there, he's like, oh, maybe I can move this block over here. And it's like, oh, okay, thanks, guys. You didn't trust me to come up with the solution of the puzzle. Thanks.
Yay.
Laurentina says, I have to go. Lunchtime. I'll watch the rest later. Oh, see you later, Laurentina. Thanks for coming along. It's nice to see you.
See ya. Okay, let me just this. One thing that I do sometimes that I'm going to do right now is I'm going to bake this light and shadow into the layers. So I create a layer with everything, and then I'll select the layer, the base, for example. And okay, this is just now just the character, but with all the work I did so far. Then what I'm going to do is select, for example, the hair layer and cut this part. So now I have this separated, right? I'm gonna do this with all layers. This one. Yeah, so I can delete what I did at the bottom here. Or not. Something is blocked. Get out of my way. Okay, if I delete everything, now I have this.
Oh god.
And this.
Oh man.
This. You know, like
it's like a jigsaw.
The things are, yeah, the things are baked in right now. So I can start painting like normal. They're just normal layers now. And they have already this base that I did. You know? Okay, now I'm gonna start rendering.
Nice. Suhiran said, I thought bakeries always cooked their breads, that's why there's a smell. Yeah, I always thought that too. I'm going to choose to carry on believing that though. I refuse to believe that they're spraying
for
bread
real
spray.
bakeries, probably it's like they are baking bread all the time, but in the supermarket they sure use the bakery smell,
Yeah,
you know, to trick you, because they are not doing bread all the time.
all the time. Yeah, man, I used to work in a supermarket and I didn't know that. That's really sad. I feel betrayed.
What they're hiding from you.
Yeah. What else didn't they tell me? Mm. Madaway Art says, why do you do it like this? What's the advantage of merging the layers?
The thing for me is that I I let my get my selection tool in auto select and auto select layer. So I
Mm,
close the layer tab, and for example, I want to paint the teeth. I click on it I click V, right?
hmm.
Then click on the teeth, and then I can paint this. And I click on the skin, and I can paint this skin.
Oh,
If I
okay.
do this, I don't have to watch my layer tab ever again.
Yeah.
I, I'm just gonna paint like normal. For example, I'm in the mood of painting this earring. Now I want to paint the skin, so I just select skin and I paint. It's easier to jump between one part of the image and the other.
Yeah. It saves you having to worry about all the different selections and stuff, I suppose.
Yeah, like I already did all the selections I
Mm,
need. Now I just click on what I want to draw, like paint, and click again the other part. It's way easier like that.
yeah. Super Dice says Millie's cookies have slash had a fake cookie smell spray that they used to attract customers. How many of these companies are lying to us? That's what I want. I'm going to. We're gonna have to do like a podcast, deep dive podcast rant about this at some point. How many of these companies are lying to us about about
All
their
of them.
about their smells? Yeah.
It's funny when you know uh, like marketing tricks, when you see them play, say, okay. For example, you watch the bank propaganda with, I don't know, kids and families and like whistles and cool
Mm.
piano lines or something. So, okay, I can see what you're trying to do. It will not work, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's that's the thing. Every time I see those marketing tricks, I'm just like, you lied to me. I'm not falling for this.
Yeah, I think a bottom line of teeth will be nice.
Yeah. Uh, Zirian said those who don't lie are probably out of business. Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Probably.
Maybe. Or maybe they don't need
Yeah,
to lie. Maybe their bakery or their cookie stand or whatever actually does just smell that good.
yeah, true. We have some brands here that are very, very traditional and
Mm,
they don't advertise ever. And like they have the same package for like 45, 50 years and
yeah.
they succeed.
Hmm.
But it's like, oh, they are the standard. They don't have to do anything. And other brands try to copy them. It's weird. But
Yeah.
some can do it. Like we just trust our product and like we don't do advertisement.
Yeah. It's like I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example that we have in the UK. I guess like Greg's. People in the UK absolutely love Greg's. It's like a massive chain store of like baked goods and like pastries and stuff. And it's just everyone over here absolutely loves it. But it's never advertised. You never see adverts for Greg's. Or at least I don't. But it's just always there in the back of your mind. um, Zurian says, I would love a podcast of yours, Jaden. Well, thank you very much. I don't know, I don't know if I'm as much. I don't think I'm enough of a conspiracy theorist to have a podcast. I feel like you have to have some kind of you have to have something to latch onto, and I'm not really sure what I could latch onto. Limsalum says, working in Asda, our bakery takes pre-made frozen pastries from the back room and then cooks them, so technically they aren't fresh. Yeah, yeah, it's always sad. Um, use the fresh bread as your perfume. Use the fresh bread spray as your perfume and walk around the office. Man, that's not a bad idea. I'll spray it around my flat, and then when people come and visit, they're like, "Oh, I didn't know you baked." And I don't.
It's just my regular smell.
It's just how I smell. I just smell like bread. uh, Orange peel scent. People keep asking who has an orange. Dude, you could have so much fun with that. Imagine, there's always that one person in an office who's eating like a tuna sandwich or something, and it's like, why would you pick a tuna sandwich in an office? You're gonna stink the whole place out. Just come in with like
Yeah.
some spray and just spray it on someone's desk. Um, Stationery shops spray the fresh paper smell to attract customers. See, now I'm just gonna be. You guys are gonna make me paranoid that I'm gonna go into like every shop and be like, but does it actually smell like this, or does it, or are they lying to me again? Uh, these streams are kind of like a podcast anyway, but you need more. Man, maybe I need to find some conspiracy theories to believe in, or some like true crime. What's a gap in the podcast marketplace?
No gaps.
I
It's
was going to say
crowded.
it's so saturated that I don't think there is any gaps. You could just do a Moon Colony art podcast. It's just the same
We are
as
already doing it.
this. It's the same as this, but instead of painting, you're just talking. We're not even doing anything.
But this is the best type of podcast. We just talk whatever comes to mind.
Yeah.
There is no topic discussion.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have a set topic. Everyone is just titled like Moon Colony Podcast Topic 1, Topic 2.
Yeah, we talked about a bunch of stuff today.
Yeah. Conspiracy theory, Jaden is bread. Man, maybe, yeah, I'll make a podcast trying to convince you guys that I'm not bread. Jaden's conspiracy theories will all be smell related. People are just going to assume I'm obsessed with the way things smell.
Let me figure out how we're going to do this.
Oh yeah, I was looking at it and I was like, "There's something that's missing," and then yeah, it was the beard.
Yeah, but now I have to fix the value structure a little bit. So what I need to do is make the skin lighter here, probably. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I can read this part a little bit better. I'm gonna do this. Play around here.
There's definitely a lack of visual art podcasts. That's where we come in. We are the visual art podcast. We did it. We filled a gap in the market.
Yes, we
Yes, let's
did it.
go.
Okay, guys.
Checkered Cat says the beard adds so much. I'm sure now my favorite feature to draw is beards. Good call.
What? What?
What the? I like seeing all the different ways people draw beards. Seeing a nice like wispy, sort of really fluffy looking beard. There's something so satisfying about that. Uh, Kathy, I wasn't shaming anyone. I was just saying, smells aren't they're not something I'd want to make a podcast on. That's all I'm saying.
Put this.
I was then thinking, like, I can't imagine Lewis robbing anybody.
Yeah, it was like it was not intention. It's like I did the face and the
Yeah.
expression, and I said, what I'm going to do with the body, and I started drawing a hand. I said, okay.
And then I put a knife in it, and then
Yeah, I don't know, because I did the teeth.
yeah,
Kind of looks like a goblin guy or something. I said, okay, it kind of makes sense for him to have a knife.
yeah, with like the big, like the big, what are they called? Like they're not fangs, like the ones coming up from the bottom.
Tusks.
Tusks.
Something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, if you're going to draw pointy teeth, you have to draw the bottom ones.
Mm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
Yeah. It looks like Jaden is one of the references from his position over the pure ref. Yeah. I'm in front of like a portion of the pure ref, so it just looks like I'm on your reference board.
You're always on my reference board, Jade.
It's true. It's because I'm so beautiful, isn't it? You just can't get enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because I'm always drawing monsters. Creepy creatures. No.
What are you holding? A knife. Classic. I think this drawing is a character assassination. He'll sue. No.
What?
Someone said by making by making a drawing of Lewis looking like he's robbing someone, you're like doing a character assassination, making him look bad for like worse than what he is in real life. So he'll sue us.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
No, I'm sure he'll be fine.
Okay, if something like this happens, everything is Jaden's idea.
if something like this happens, it was chat's idea. It wasn't
True.
my idea. It
Yeah,
was all chat's idea.
it was uh, the collective mind that
Yeah,
created this. Was not us.
yeah, the Twitch hive mind. uh, there's no better reference for a great beard. Well, what, me? Oh, I mean, even if that wasn't aimed at me, I'm gonna assume it was and take that as a compliment.
It was not aimed at me for sure.
I don't know. It could be. Your beard is pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know if this is considered a beard because I don't have beard on
I
the
feel like
sides, you know.
I don't know. I feel like it is. It's like it's a I don't know. It's not quite a goatee, but it's close.
Oh no, wrong layer.
Wrong layer. Whoa!
Stop it!
You just ripped his mouth out.
What the hell? I have my keyboard to the side and sometimes I just click the wrong keys because
uh,
I'm not looking at it. It's weird, right? Like if I ask you where is the L key in the keyboard, like sometimes you don't know it,
yeah,
but your hand do. Like
yeah,
your hand knows where it is.
yeah. I always find it funny when you're like, that just feels like it's the wrong place. Like even if you're not looking at the keyboard, like that doesn't feel like that's where the L is. But even then, it's like it's really annoying because different countries obviously have different keyboards, which makes sense for like um it makes sense for like countries where their main language isn't English. But like the UK and the US have different keyboards, even though
Yeah.
it's basically the same. It's
Yeah,
just
but to be fair, in the US,
symbols.
they don't want to have the same standards as the rest of the world.
Yeah, it's true. They just changed like a few symbols around, like they just moved them around the keyboard.
And like, if the whole world uh, agrees on something, they will say, no, you guys have to do our way. It will not change.
Man, the lighting on this is so nice. It's just so like sinister.
Yeah, I can maybe do it a little bit more sinister because the background is black. It's
Mm,
kind of now now it's kind of flat.
yeah.
Say, if I make this, for example, I like darken the
Oh yeah.
top part a little bit. It will make the light more menacing,
Mm,
but I have to erase some parts. The middle section can be a little more visible.
mm.
If I do this,
Yeah,
it's
that's
already
nice.
way more menacing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think one important thing about this is like, what is your intent when you
Hmm.
do light and shadow, right? Because yeah, I did some kind of underlights, but I did not go full force into it, like,
Mm,
oh, it's going to be creepy. But now that you mentioned, I said, yeah, this, for example, makes more sense.
mm,
You
mm.
know, if I darken it a little bit, especially because I like using black backgrounds,
Yeah.
kind of makes sense if it's darker.
Yeah.
because if the background is white, it doesn't make much
It
sense.
doesn't make any
It's
sense.
too, yeah, it's too dark.
Yeah. Mm, let me see. It was the beard compliment was for me, but now it applies for you, now it applies to both of us. Oh, thank you. Um, Jaden's
Don't
huge
worry.
beard makes Leoni feel like his beard doesn't count. We're all for beard diversity. Yeah, we love beard diversity. Beard and nose diversity is what we're all about.
Exactly. Come on, guys.
um, Cathy says the one thing that infuriates me the most is the switching places of Y and Z on the English and German keyboard. It makes you realize how used to your own standard you get. Yeah, I didn't realize that Y and Z were swapped. That's so strange. Like something that really frustrated me. I used to work for an American company, and they sent over laptops for us to use. But because they were sent from the US, they had US keyboards, and it was stupid things like the at the at symbol that you would use in like an email or on Twitter for like Twitter and Instagram handles and stuff. Like that symbol is moved to like the other side of the keyboard, and it would really mess with my head every time I tried to send an email.
Yeah, I worked with Brazilian Portuguese keyboards, which are way different,
Mm,
and the American from the US, right? Like the US keyboard.
mm,
That's what I use right now. Because this is the US standard.
yeah, yeah. So I think on the US, the at symbol is above the three or something. You have to do
It's
like,
two,
oh,
number
it's
two.
two. Yeah. Um, but on the UK keyboard, uh, it's above the apostrophe or like inverted comma. So yeah, it's just small things like that, and the fact that it didn't have a pound sign, like a Great British Pound sign, was really frustrating. Every time I wanted to do, you owe us £50, I had to Google GBP
Uh
symbol, copy and
yeah,
paste it into an email.
in the Brazilian keyboard we have C like this.
Yeah,
We have A like this, you know?
yeah, yeah.
In the keyboard itself. Like for me to do this in the keyboard, I have to put like this sign and then C, and
Oh
like
yeah.
it will form this.
Okay. Yeah, that's wild. I've seen people typing. I think it's people typing in like Chinese, and that's always really interesting to watch because you just see they'll type like a massive string of letters and then it'll just compact down into like three words or
One,
something. Yeah, or
yeah,
like one letter. Yeah.
yeah, it's weird. Yeah, because in the case of Chinese, every word is one symbol, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let me try something.
Mm.
Whoa.
Checkered Cat says I didn't even know that US and UK keyboards were different. Yeah, they are. It's a tiny amount. Um, I'm too lazy to buy stickers for Russian letters, so I type Russian by memory on your US keyboard. Wow. Would I be able to do that like the other way around? Would I be able to type English on a Russian keyboard? Probably. Just as long as you don't forget where the symbols are. That would be
Yeah,
the thing I'd forget. I'd be like, which number has the percent sign on it or something?
Yeah, if you think about it, you forget. You have to
Yeah, just
just
muscle memory.
muscle memory.
Mm.
Your muscle memory will not fail you.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like I play guitar, and sometimes I I have something in muscle memory, but then I forget, and I want to relearn how to play.
Yeah.
So I go with my ear and trying to figure out where it was,
Mm.
and then I start learning how to play. I said, "Oh, this doesn't feel right. Something's off," because you can play the same notes in different strings. So
Yeah.
I kind of relearn in a different way. And then, like maybe a couple months later, I can remember the old ways. Oh, it was in the other position.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird
Mm.
when you think about it. You don't remember, but if you let your hand move, it will remember. You know.
Yeah. I remember when I was at university and I'd be doing stuff on Blender, and I had a lot of the keyboard shortcuts for Blender just like muscle memory. But then as soon as I thought to myself, oh, I don't know, I need to flip this object, my brain would just melt. It would just be like, I don't remember how to do it. Or if someone asked me how to do it, I would be like, I don't know. So I just do it.
Yeah, you can ask me, for example, what is your keyboard shortcut for flipping the canvas?
Yeah.
I have to think about it. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Jagged Cat says, yes, musicians unite. Piano player here, all muscle memory. Never think it's dangerous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
You move a lot quicker with muscle memory. Like if you just let yourself do your thing, then you move a lot quicker. It's nuts. Mm,
Yeah, because your mind have to do less processing.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like sometimes there's some games like I'm trying to think. I use like Dark Souls as an example, where sometimes you do better in those games when you don't think. You just do it. You just do it. Um,
Yeah,
just turn your brain off, and it you somehow do way better. I think that's
yeah. And one
sometimes.
thing that also helps is like you're struggling in one part of the game or doing whatever. Sometimes it's better for you to stop and come back to it later, and
Mm,
you do way better because you give time for your brain to figure out what to do. You know.
yeah, it's similar when learning music. Like
Yeah.
if you just practice all day, it's like, well, you're not giving your brain a chance to absorb everything that you've taken in.
True.
Uh, smooth brain, no thoughts. Exactly. Smooth brain is is the way to go. But only on things that don't matter. Um, Leo
I
said,
never think.
"Yeah, whenever I'm helping friends with Blender, I have to have it open and do the stuff myself to discover the shortcuts." Exactly. Yeah. Mm. Kathy said,
Yeah,
"Life."
it's worse when it's the menus, for example. Where do I
Yeah.
find this specific thing? You don't remember like, oh, go to files, then click this option, then that.
Yeah. And the worst bit is if you go, "Oh, well, the shortcut is like F5." And they're like, no, my F5 does this. And it's like, oh, I must have rebound it at some point. So you have no idea where
Yeah,
it is
true.
or what the default hotkey is either.
Yeah, that's the worst.
uh, Lumzalum says, after learning from a sheet music and then going back to it after you forget a piece is like I knew how to read you?
No, I don't even know how you guys do it
Mm-mm.
to read sheet music.
No. Even when I uh, I used to play the saxophone a long time ago, and back then I was like, I'm not reading this. I was like, I will use tabs, and that's all I need. Thank you.
Yeah, I just memorize and never think about it again.
Yeah, yeah. I'll memorize the tune and just tell me what to put. Like, I'll memorize the rhythm. Just tell me what things to push. Um,
Yeah.
Kathy said, life hack: set the most important hotkeys on your stylus button. Sometimes I catch myself pressing onto a normal pencil now. I, I,
Yeah, like I don't have anything fancy. For example, this I never use this tab
mm,
ever. I only use the, let's see, if I select this, I use this for like warp and whatever.
mhm,
But that's it. Like I don't use too many buttons on my stylus. I think one of them is like the left key of the mouse. The other one is the right key, and that's it.
yeah. I ended up turning mine off. I hated those stylus buttons because I kept accidentally pressing them. Mm,
Okay. Accidentally, I started making Louis look creepy and uh, menacing, but it was not my idea at first.
when
This does not represent him as a person at all. Okay?
yeah, that's kind of why this is so funny because Lewis as a person is just so like he's so nice and not menacing at all. We'll have
Yeah,
to
but
explain it to him when we show him.
yeah, do you think that I am menacing like this?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
good, good.
Um, a guitar, a saxophone, and a piano will be the weirdest band if we made one. Yeah. I also have a
Yeah, it
bass,
will be
but
the best.
I have a bass guitar, but I'm terrible at remembering to practice it. So, I could play bass with one hand and saxophone with the other hand.
Oh, this will be nice.
Yeah, I think it'd be possible as long as I just
Yeah.
play like an open string on the bass, easy.
No, you can put some like thing to
Oh,
mute
the
the
cap, yeah,
strings,
the
and you
capos
just,
things.
yeah. No, it's like something that you put for muting the strings,
Mm.
so they don't ring out, and you can
Um.
play a bass like you
Oh, tap.
play a
Yeah.
piano, like
y-
tapping
Yeah, yeah.
the strings, you know.
I do that sometimes when I'm bored. I'll just pick up my bass and just like just tap on the strings, playing it like a piano. Um, Jaden one man band, exactly. Um, Zion said, I'm afraid to make new keyboards for stuff like Lasso and Liquify. Do you have a lot of custom keybinds, Leoni?
No, I
No.
use the OG ones.
Yeah.
I think the only custom one that I have is Flip.
Hmm.
This is not native, but the rest is the native shortcuts.
Yeah. And that's the one where it you've bound the one that flips the whole canvas, right? Not just what's on it.
No, it's it you flip the visualization, not the pixel.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah.
So for example, you can see on my other window here, when I
Hmm.
flip here, I don't flip there,
Yeah.
which is good
Hmm.
because I can save the image and will be in the correct position every time.
Yeah.
Because when I was doing the flip all pixels, it was laggy,
Uh-huh.
and also I could save the image flipped by mistake.
Yeah. Uh, Leo says Jaden gives me hurdy-gurdy vibes, probably because of the LARP. Dude, I would love to play the hurdy-gurdy. Can you imagine how cool that would be?
What is this?
It's man, how do you describe the hurdy-gurdy to someone? It's
It's an instrument.
it's an instrument, yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
it has it has keys on it like a piano, right? You hold it,
Okay.
and it has keys on it like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
piano, and then you spin a wheel at the other end, and it kind of acts almost like a violin. So
Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah.
you're spinning the wheel, and then it rubs along the strings like a violin, but the keys, when you push them down, is like fretting the
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. I
the thing.
think I know what it is.
Yeah, it, it's it's uh, played a lot in like pirate pirate music and like sea shanties and stuff. They love a hurdy-gurdy, but they're
Mm-hmm.
so expensive. I looked at it. I
Yeah.
looked, and I was like, they're looking at like £1,000. Like, I can't afford that.
What the hell? Yeah, instruments are expensive in general.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
Mm. Especially since no one really
And
makes hurdy-gurdies anymore, right? It's like,
yeah, yeah, in this case, yes. And the funny thing for me for instruments is that like the guitar I bought in 2006
mm,
worth more today than when I bought it new. You know,
hmm
it's like things, instruments they tend to raise in value, not devalue. You know,
yeah,
especially if it's like a specific brand or like a uh, limited time thing or
mm,
something. I
yeah,
don't know. It's weird.
yeah. It is strange. I don't know a massive amount about instruments really. I I yeah. I keep saying that I would love to play one, but then practicing is just like I always forget about it. So I don't get anywhere.
Yeah, one thing that I always did for myself is like, oh, I want to play this song, and that's it.
Yeah,
I will not practice the actual
yeah,
uh, techniques. I will just
mm,
learn how to play a song.
yeah,
It's the same thing with drawing. Like with drawing, I do a little bit more study because I take it seriously. But in general, like especially in the beginning, I was just, oh, I want to draw this.
mm,
How do I do it? Oh, I like I want to draw this guy and I want to draw like underlights. So
yeah,
I'll study underlights to figure out something for a drawing that I want to do. You know,
hmm yeah,
for me it was always easier that way than just, oh, I need to study this topic and I will be doing this for ages.
yeah.
Yeah,
It also just it makes it more fun because you're doing it because you want to, not like oh I have to practice this just because it's something you need to do. Like
yeah, because someone said,
yeah, because someone said I had to do it. You know, it's like if you're learning an instrument, it's like oh well you should know your scales. It's like well yeah, but that's boring.
"Yeah,
um,
I
have you
want to do
seen
the hard
soul
way.
violinists? I have yeah I have seen a soul violinist, not in person. I've seen them online. Yeah, they're pretty wild.
What is this?
It's so so you have like a hand saw, and then
Mm-hmm.
the different ways that you like bend it and stuff.
Oh yeah,
When
yeah,
you
I know what it is.
yeah when you put a bow across it from like a violin, it
Yeah,
makes
it's just a
different sounds.
saw. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just a normal
I know.
saw. Yeah, yeah.
It's nice.
Nice. You say you're doing the difficult bit now.
No, this was about the instrument.
Oh, okay.
Like to the difficult way, which is don't study,
Yeah,
just try to play.
just pick it up and just play it. So easy. Um, hey Riku, how's it going? Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome.
A dragon pianist. You should know your scales. Exactly. Good, you finished work earlier today. Awesome. Awesome.
Good.
Yeah, we've got don't know, like yeah, about 5 minutes or so. Yeah. Sick portrait, I love it. Yeah, it's looking good. It's another one of our lovely crew. Are you using your previous drawing of Emra as a reference?
Yes. Or
Genius.
this bandage thing.
Mm. Man, I really like his eyes.
Glow, yeah.
Yeah, glow is really nice. You can really just picture him like emerging in a like out of an alleyway somewhere, you know.
Yeah, but to be fair, the way I did the drawing, it looks like he's going to be beaten pretty bad by the protagonist. You know.
Not only did you draw Lewis to be an evil thief, but you also, in your head, made him lose whatever fight he was going on to do. Average Londoner.
I'm gonna stab you.
Give me your money, fam. It's so gloomy today outside. Oh man, that sucks. It's been quite nice here. Well, where I am today in the UK. But then again, it doesn't take a lot because it's normally pretty gloomy for us here anyway. So I'm just looking forward to spring and summer. They they're they're always nice.
If you want summer, you can come here.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think your summer is too hot. It's too hot and too humid. Although saying that, fairly recently our summers have been getting to like I don't know, like 30 degrees, 35 degrees. So
Yeah.
Riku says, "Me too. I heard spring birds singing some days ago. It was so cute. Oh, that's nice." I think sometimes I can hear. Uh, I think I can hear some spring birds in the tree just outside my window, and that's quite nice to wake up to in the morning.
I tried to take pictures of araras for you, Jaden, but I couldn't.
Oh
The
man.
big birds that we have here,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
big parrots, the blue parrots, you know.
Oh yeah.
They were in the tree, front of my house.
Mm.
But when I got my cell phone, they fly away. No,
No,
okay.
they they don't want their pictures taken. I feel like they know. They know when you're about to take a photo of them. Like,
Yeah.
my dog is the same. Like even if she's not looking at me, as soon as I'm like I'm gonna take a picture and I pull my camera out, she's gone.
Yeah, the way I did the shape could totally be a sticker, like I said.
Yeah,
This, for example. Oh, it's outside here, like this,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Hey, Jada, give me all of your money, please. You know.
Yeah. Oh man, that would be cool.
Maybe we can convince Emra
Yeah,
doing a sticker pack of the
a sticker pack
cup.
of our heads. um, could we have these portraits as stickers on Discord? It would be so cool. I mean, yeah, I don't see why not. I think some of them,
And you
yeah.
can use this one as, hey, pass me all of your brushes.
Yeah, yeah. Give me your brush packs. mm, mm, mm. Let me see. Checker Cat says, "I'll send you our son. We have more than we need at my place, and it tries to kill you sometimes." I mean, I don't want it that bad. Um,
Yeah, we were suffering a lot recently here with heat. It's a
yeah,
little bit better now because it started raining to lower down the heat a little bit, but
mm,
it was terrible a
yeah.
couple days ago.
Um, we're so romantic. Was that because we're listening to birds in the morning? Um, hand over that Jaden brush now.
True.
Yeah,
He
Elvira,
could
if you
have
want the
a
Jaden
Jaden
brush, you can
tattoo,
have it.
right?
Oh yeah, he could have a Jaden tattoo. Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna have it then. His
Perfect.
neck, a Jaden tattoo.
I thought it had been too long since I'd seen the Jaden brush. I'm so glad it's made a comeback.
Yeah.
it's
I can
so
do it.
it's so bad. It's like poking out from his collar.
Yeah, I do like. Where is it? Oh, okay. Like you have a fire tattoo
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like a small knife tattoo and a Jaden tattoo, you know?
he just has he just has a tattoo of himself in this same pose on him. So it's just A portrait within a portrait. It's his secret best friend.
Yeah. Or like if you're gonna mess with him and say, "Oh, this is my friend," and he shows your face. Okay,
If you want to
it's
date
pretty.
me, you've got to date Jaden as well. Great. Yeah, great. Thank you, Riku. Thank you so much for that.
Jaden tattoo.
Elvira's like, okay,
Yeah.
I will have Moonconi tattoo on my right shoulder and Jaden's face on my left. If any of you get my
Okay.
face tattooed on you, then I'll be very concerned. Please don't ever do that.
Yeah, this would be very creepy.
Yeah,
Don't do this.
I will call the cops. Um, let us know how he likes his portrait next time. Yeah, I will. I'll send it to him after this.
See what the hell?
Okay, what have you done to
I'm
me?
kind of concerned because Lewis is the one controlling my work. You know, like putting things for me to do.
Yeah.
I'm concerned in two ways. He can just stop sending me work altogether, so I get fired, or he start putting too much in my list.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like putting stupid low deadlines. Okay, I have
Yeah.
to do this by midday tomorrow.
Yeah. You're there just crying. He's like, "Well, you should have thought of that before you before you drew me.
It was Jaden's idea.
It was Chat's idea. Don't blame me."
Okay, think we are done for today.
Cool. Yeah, that's amazing. Are we leaving the chest tattoos on there? Is that
Yeah, I will probably erase it
yeah.
later. Probably will be like this.
Yeah.
But for the end of the stream, we can have
Yeah,
the
we'll just leave it
little
on there like
Jaden.
this. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for coming along and watching. As always, it's been great to see you. Um, I hope you will join us again tomorrow. We'll have a bit of a different stream tomorrow. So I've got a couple of our art directors in, and they're going to be basically picking some of their favorite artists and taking a look at their portfolios and just talking about them and why they love them so much. Kind of like a professional portfolio review with less of a review and more
Mm,
of a just gush about why you love them. Um, so come along to that. It'll be a good opportunity to chat with us as well. Thank you, Leoni, as well, for taking time out of your day. It was a lot of fun, and I'm sure Lewis is going to love this. So we'll,
I hope.
yeah, yeah, we'll get it over to him after the stream. Um, but until then, I will find somebody for us to raid. But I will see you the same time tomorrow, I believe. So goodbye, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye bye.
Bye.
See ya.